I'm Teacher Mike, and as you may be able to hear from my voice, I have a cold. So today, I'm going to teach you some language that you can use the next time that you have a cold. First things first, what's a cold? A cold is a mild illness that affects your nose, your throat, and your sinuses. Then we have symptoms. Symptoms are the things that you see or feel that tell you that you are sick, or in this case, that you have a cold. One common cold symptom is a runny nose. This is when a liquid called mucus comes out of your nose. And mucus is the more formal word, but in everyday conversation, you will also hear people call it snot. Another common cold symptom is a stuffy nose. This is when your nose feels full or blocked, and it might be difficult for you to breathe through it. In conversation, we usually call this a stuffy nose or a stuffed up nose. But if you want to use more formal language, you could also say that your nose is congested or that you have nasal congestion. When we say that something is congested, this basically means that it is crowded and things cannot move through it easily. So yeah, you can say, I have a stuffy nose, I have a stuffed up nose, my nose is congested, or I have nasal congestion. They all mean the same thing. If you have a runny nose, you can wipe your nose with a tissue. And if you have mucus in your nose and you want it to come out, you can blow your nose. Another symptom is a sore throat. This is when you feel pain in your throat, especially when you speak or swallow. I don't have much to say about this one, but I will pronounce it for you clearly one time since it can be a difficult one to pronounce. Sore throat. Sore throat. You probably already know the verb cough. For example, this guy is coughing. But we can also use it as a noun. When we say, I have a cough, this means that I am coughing a lot. So if you have been coughing regularly for a few days, you can say either, I have been coughing for a few days, or you can say, I have had a cough for a few days. Again, I have had a cold for a few days now, and in this time, I have not coughed a lot, but I have coughed a few times. So if I go to the doctor today and the doctor asks me if I have a cough, I would say something like, well, I've coughed a few times, but I don't think I have a cough. Again, that means I'm not coughing regularly. I'm not coughing all the time. And if you have a cough or a sore throat, you might use cough drops or lozenges. Lozenges are basically hard candies that are designed to comfort your sore throat. Cough drops are basically the same thing, but they contain medicine to stop you from coughing. And again, I haven't been coughing, but I have been sneezing. As you can see from that sentence, sneeze is a verb, but it can also be a noun. For example, I heard a loud sneeze. And although we say I have a cough to mean I have been coughing a lot, we never say I have a sneeze. For that, you would just say I have been sneezing a lot. A fever is when your body temperature is higher than normal because you are sick. And along with a fever, you might also get chills. Chills are when you feel very cold, even though your body temperature might actually be very high. And finally, when you have a cold, you might also experience achiness. Achiness is basically when you feel pain in your muscles. And it's probably not a very bad pain, but it might last for a long time. When you experience this type of pain in one place, we usually call it an ache. For example, when you have this type of pain in your stomach, we call it a stomach ache. When you have this type of pain in your head, we call it a headache. But achiness is a general way to describe how your whole body feels. And you probably won't need to use this word. It's more likely that you will use the verb ache or the adjective achy. For example, my whole body aches, or I feel really achy. But I wanted to teach you the word achiness because this is a word that you might hear when talking to a doctor. For example, when asking you about your symptoms, the doctor might ask, "Any achiness?" So, if I went to the doctor today and the doctor said, "Please tell me about your symptoms," this is what I would say. I have been sick for about 4 days. I have had a runny nose, I have had a stuffy nose, and I have had a bit of achiness. But I haven't had a cough, I haven't had a sore throat, and I don't think that I have had a fever. And as always, I didn't want to put too much information into one short video, so if there's anything that I didn't mention, or if there's anything that you just still have questions about, please let me know in the comments. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.